Turkey's interior minister had a dream: to govern Jerusalem, to see it liberated, to watch Ottoman sovereignty restored. Israel's foreign ministry had 3 words back: wake up, smell the coffee. 2 NATO allies, 1 city, and a diplomatic feud that just got considerably more personal. Turkey's interior minister has reignited a diplomatic storm with remarks about Jerusalem, drawing an immediate and sharp response from Israel. The comments touched on history, sovereignty, and one of the most sensitive issues in the Middle East, prompting a war of words between Ankara and Jerusalem. Turkey's interior minister Mustafa Çiftçi said that he hoped to see the liberation of Jerusalem and the restoration of Turkish control over the city, which was ruled by the Ottoman Empire for centuries. Speaking at a ruling AK party conference in the city of Çorum, Ciftci compared Jerusalem to other territories that have experienced major political and military changes in recent years.
Just as we witnessed the liberation of Damascus, Aleppo, and Karabakh, God willing, one day we will also witness the liberation of Jerusalem. When I was governor, I had a heartfelt plea to the Almighty. As you know, after serving 5 years here as governor, I was appointed to Erzurum. I served there for 2.5 years as well. The plea I nurtured deep within me was this: O Lord, grant me the governorship of Jerusalem, even if just for a single day. I still believe that the Almighty will show us those days. He will surely show them to us. I have believed this with all my heart, and I continue to believe it. Just as in the past, those lands will be ours once again. God willing, they will come under our sovereignty and dominion once more. Because we have a global leader like Recep Tayyip Erdogan at our helm. A world leader.
The minister was referring to the fall of the Assad government in Syria in December 2024 and Azerbaijan's capture of Nagorno-Karabakh in 2023. After the video was posted on social media, the comments quickly drew a strong response from Israel. Israel's foreign ministry issued a statement rejecting the remarks and dismissing any suggestion of a return to Ottoman rule.
Wake up and smell the coffee. The corrupt Ottoman Empire is gone, forever. Jerusalem, D.C., David's capital, shall remain the eternal capital of Israel, forever.
Israel's defense minister, Israel Katz, also responded directly to Çiftçi's comments. In a statement published in Turkish, Katz rejected comparisons with past empires and emphasized Israel's ability to defend itself.
To the Turkish interior minister who dreams of administering Jerusalem and hurls threats, I say this: Jerusalem is not Constantinople, and the state of Israel is not a crumbling crusader empire. Israel is a strong and resolute state that has proven its capacity to defend itself against any threat. Jerusalem has been the capital of the Jewish people for 3,000 years and will remain Israel's capital forever. You and the Ottoman Empire that Erdogan dreams of, on the other hand, have collapsed and will never return. Unfortunately, you have learned nothing from the legacy of Ataturk, who worked to transform Turkey into a modern state. On the contrary, you are working to drag Turkey back into a dark and backward era.
The exchange highlights the continued deterioration in relations between Israel and Turkey. Once among Israel's closest regional partners, ties between the two countries have worsened significantly in recent years, particularly since the outbreak of the Gaza war following the Hamas-led attack on October 7, 2023. Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdogan has become one of Israel's most outspoken critics on the international stage, repeatedly accusing Israel of war crimes and genocide. Turkey has also suspended trade with Israel, while Turkish airlines have halted flights to the country. Ankara continues to host Hamas leaders, with Erdogan describing members of the group as freedom fighters, while drawing comparisons between Israel's actions and those of Nazi Germany. The latest dispute over Jerusalem adds another layer to an already strained relationship, underscoring the deep political and diplomatic divisions that continue to separate the two countries. A hostile Sunni axis, nuclear whispers, and a warning from Jerusalem. A former Israeli PM claims Turkey is courting Saudi Arabia and leaning on nuclear-armed Pakistan to encircle Israel. Ankara denies it, but as Iran's program advances and alliances shift, is the Middle East drifting towards a new nuclear arms race? Former Israeli Prime Minister Naftali Bennett has unleashed a bombshell accusation. Turkey is orchestrating a dangerous realignment of Middle East power, seducing Saudi Arabia into a hostile Sunni axis designed to encircle, isolate, and threaten Israel, with the shadow of nuclear-armed Pakistan providing the ultimate backing. Speaking amid rock-bottom relations between Ankara and Tel Aviv, Bennett equates President Recep Tayyip Erdogan's Turkey to a stealthier Iran, cunning, aggressive, and expansionist. Turkey and Qatar, he claims, are already dominating Syria and probing everywhere else, plotting to flip key players against Israel.
A new Turkish threat is emerging. I want to be very clear. Turkey and Qatar have gained influence in Syria, are seeking influence elsewhere and everywhere throughout the region. And from here, I warn, Turkey is the new Iran. Erdogan is sophisticated, dangerous, and he seeks to encircle Israel. We can't close our eyes again. Turkey is trying to flip Saudi Arabia against us and establish a hostile Sunni axis with nuclear Pakistan.
Once a cautious NATO ally, Turkey under Erdogan has exploded onto the global stage. Ankara mediates in Ukraine and Gaza, launches military ops in Syria, Iraq, and Libya, and flexes from Eastern Mediterranean gas disputes to Horn of Africa ports. Erdogan rails against the world of five, his jab at the UN Security Council's permanent powers, as a rigged game preserving nuclear monopoly for the elite club. This grievance hits hardest on nuclear double standards. Why do some states face sanctions for suspected programs while Israel's undeclared arsenal escapes scrutiny? The 2023 Gaza war supercharged this rhetoric, with Erdogan openly calling out the asymmetry and questioning why inspection regimes skip certain players. For years, it was principled outrage. Now, regional chaos makes it a strategic calculus. The spark? Cracking security architecture as US-Israel ratchet pressure on Iran. Erdogan warns that if Tehran crosses the nuclear threshold, neighbors, including Turkey, will race to match. Not from bloodlust, but survival logic. In a neighborhood sliding toward raw deterrence, nuclear capability becomes the only reliable shield against regime-toppling force. Turkey isn't starting from scratch. The Russian-built Akuyu nuclear plant trains engineers and builds institutions. Thorium reserves promise self-reliance, slashing vulnerable imports. These latency assets, dual-use tech, missile know-how, fuel cycle flirtations, let Ankara hover on the edge without treaty suicide. Overt weapons, political poison via sanctions and isolation. But ambiguity preserves options, especially amid whispers of external lifelines. Bennett's axis nails the connections. Turkey-Saudi relations, frosty after 2018's Khashoggi murder in Istanbul, have thawed via trade booms and defense talks. Riyadh won't stomach Iran solo with the bomb. Leaders hint at matching moves, possibly under Pakistan's deterrence umbrella. Islamabad, Islam's lone nuclear power, shares security bonds with Gulf monarchies and Turkey through informal pacts. Analysts spotlight the nightmare. Clandestine tech transfers within this Sunni triangle could slash breakout times, dodging IAEA eyes. Pakistan's warheads, Saudi cash, Turkish ambition. It's a proliferation contagion where latency becomes weaponized reality. For Israel, this obliterates Saudi normalization hopes, erecting a nuclear-shadowed bloc to counter Tehran while squeezing Jerusalem. Jerusalem sees apocalypse. Saudi as anti-Iran bulwark, dead. Incirlik Air Base hosts US nukes under NATO, but a Turkish bomb snaps those chains, freeing Erdogan to escalate in Syria, the Med, or beyond. Disputes over F-35s, S-400s, and alliance loyalty grow toxic when Ankara holds escalation dominance. A nuclear Turkey rejects Western hierarchy outright, declaring strategic adulthood. Turkish officials dismiss Bennett's panic as paranoia, framing outreach as stabilizing diplomacy, not encirclement. Yet Gaza condemnations, Netanyahu's genocide warrants, and mass anti-terror arrests burnish Erdogan's Muslim world hero status. As Middle East blocs solidify, arms races globalize, and Iran's coercion selectively rules, Ankara signals, force Tehran into the bomb and watch the cascade. Threshold states like Turkey won't stay naked in a nuclear jungle. This isn't bluster, it's brinkmanship. A stable order needs universal rules and de-escalation, not pressure cooker tactics fueling middle power arms grabs. The Sunni axis, nuclear whispers included, risks turning regional rivalries into catastrophe math. Hypothetical today, inevitable tomorrow,